everybody wants to get united. Like, what we gotta do is meet everybody on 149th Street at the bench.
When I say the term getting up, what comes to mind? What is it you think about when you hear that term? Do you think about people sneaking around at night, catching spots, doing throwies, hitting billboards, hitting walls, running from the cops? Or do you think of people at graffiti jams, or in their sketchbook, or on their iPad, or even people online making videos? This is gonna be what today's video is all about, because it seems like this term, getting up, has come into question in recent times, with some people believing that getting up can be done at home in your sketchbooks and just posting it online. Some people believe that getting up is coming on here like myself, making YouTube videos and then having people view the video, getting a lot of channel views, and suddenly that's getting up. Some people think that getting up is doing sketches on your iPad and then uploading those. And this could not be further from the truth. Not at all. This is not at all what getting up is. Now, to be clear, this topic comes as no shock to anybody, because over the past 15 years of making videos, we all saw this coming. I've made videos in the past, literally over a decade ago, where I asked you guys, where do you think the future of graffiti is going to go? And we called this. Everyone in the community called this. Not even just me, like literally the comments called this. We knew that the newer generation of graffiti artists would feel left out for not risking their life and their freedom, putting their name up on walls, and as a result, they would want to repurpose the term to include themselves as writers, to include themselves as getting up, so like that they can feel part of that club. But let's be perfectly clear. Firstly, the term getting up has always, historically, been used to describe the act of going outside, risking your life and or freedom to take your name and put it on a wall illegally. That's what the term getting up was always used to describe. As a result of that, the definition has going outside and risk baked into its very meaning. That's inseparable from the term getting up. The two are not separate. If they were separate, if we were able to take out the risk and if we were able to take out the legality, then suddenly what this does is it reduces the term of getting up to simply just marketing. It reduces the term to simply just gaining popularity. It reduces the term to simply just having people see your name. And if that's all getting up was, then that means every single big company that decides to make a product that has graffiti on the box is getting up whenever you see their product on a shelf. That means that every single time a company runs an advertisement, they're getting up because they're making their name more popular and they're marketing their name. Every single time some social media manager for, once again, a company of any size decides to go ahead and pay for ads to have their post get viewed by more people, suddenly now they're getting up. Are any of these people in the graffiti community? Are any of these people actually getting up? No. Why? Because there's already terms for what that is. Marketing. And when it's not business related, it's just them getting views. Now, this is no hate to anybody specifically, because I understand why newer graffiti artists would kind of repurpose the term in today's society where everything happens online behind a screen. Once again, like I said, we saw this coming over a decade ago. But really at the crux of it, it boils down to a matter of you have a group of people that risk their life and their freedom to get their name on walls. And then you have a group of people that don't. And this group of people really wants to fit in with this group of people. But here's the thing, they don't need to. It's alright to be in this group of graffiti artists slash writers who actually gets up, who actually puts in the risk and puts in the work. But it's also just as good and just as fine to be in this group of people that doesn't have any risk and just enjoys the art form. We all love graffiti, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's alright if you don't get up. Never at all would I look at my YouTube channel, see the amount of total channel views I've had, and say, yeah, I've gotten up. Yeah, I'm a legend. No, not at all. This online thing that I do is merely to serve you guys and help you guys get to where you want to be in graffiti. But this doesn't have any impact on my rank as a graffiti artist. Now, I used to be a writer. I used to get up. But as I said in last week's video, I pulled back from all that and I gave that up. So am I still a writer? No. Do I still get up? No. I went from being in this group of people that is, once again, a writer, people who get up, people who put forward risk for their life and their freedom, and now I'm in this group of people that doesn't have any risk, but we still love the art form. And that's alright. So I think at the crux of it, you have this group of people that doesn't have any risk associated with graffiti, and they really want to fit in with this group of people. They want to stop the insults, they want to stop being made fun of, they want to stop being looked at as lesser than, instead of just coming to terms with what they are. Somebody who enjoys the art form. Keep it at that. That's what we are. Real quick before we continue, if you've been struggling with graffiti and you feel like you can't progress, you feel like you've hit a bit of a roadblock, You're frustrated and confused with this art form? Take all that and move it to the side. Stop wasting your time needlessly and get better a lot faster with the best How to Do Graffiti book anywhere on the market. Our Ultimate Graffiti Guidebook shares information that you can't find anywhere else. I mean, just our glossary alone has more information than every How to Do Graffiti book. And that's just the glossary. And what makes this book so great is the fact that we explain every single fundamental in ridiculous amounts of depth. We do it to a university standard. And on top of that, we have hundreds of pictures that hold your hand through the entire process, demonstrating each and every single lesson. You'll learn all graffiti's basics, how to find your style, how to evolve that style, and how to progress for the rest of your graffiti career. And there's a lot more lessons. Join the thousands of people that have already bought the book and found their style and got out of the toy phase. Check out digital copies in the description down below over at theartistblock.inc, where we have our 20% off Cyber Monday sale, still running for an extra week. And if you want physical copies, check out the link to Amazon down below. That's where you can pick up the physical copy of the book. Continuing on, you know what this whole entire like, oh, I'm a writer and I'm getting up too. You know what all this reminds me of? It's kind of similar to how when you have somebody who takes a photograph with their phone and suddenly they think they're a photographer just because they took one singular photo, or when you know, because I've been enjoying way too much Battlefield lately. It's like me playing Battlefield and then thinking I'm an actual soldier because I played Battlefield. It's like, no, yes, you do graffiti, sure. Yes, you post it online and people see it, sure. But you don't risk your life and your freedom. You're not a writer and you're not getting up. I don't care how popular you end up getting, right? Like if this channel were to get to 1 million subscribers, it wouldn't make any difference. I don't get up anymore. That's not me getting up. That's just me getting a lot of views. That's all that would be. It's not anything more than that. You know, anybody who says otherwise is either lying to be part of the cool kids group, or they're just very misled and they don't understand the risks that writers actually take. To say that you are a writer, to say that you get up by posting things online is a direct backhanded Will Smith smack to every actual writer out there who actually risks their life and their freedom. Because that's no small feat. You know, people do actually lose their life doing this. And to say that you're a writer when you don't actually have any risk associated with what you do is a massive disrespect to those people in general. Both the people who have died giving their life for graffiti, as well as the ones who just risk their life and their freedom for graffiti. It's a huge smack in the face. Another point here is that this definition is not something that would really change. I mean, I've dealt with Webster Dictionary in the past. In order to get a definition changed, there has to be a historical account of how a word is used for a prolonged period of time in credible media. I know that's kind of a mouthful, right? That's kind of a large sentence to describe something. But legit, in talking with them, in order to adjust the definition of graffiti, not to change it, but to add an additional definition to the already multiple definitions that they have, at first they said, hey, look, we should be adding this and we'll work with you soon, and then COVID hit and that whole entire thing fell apart. Definition never got changed. They then changed their policy, and now in order to change the definition, they require that you provide them with over 100 examples of how a word was used historically, and it cannot be only examples from a niche society. It needs to be examples from that society, in this case graffiti and graffiti artists, but also examples from credible media, like let's just say for example newspapers, you know, magazines, things of that sort. So when we look at how the term getting up has been used historically in both what they deem to be credible media as well as within our own community, it has always been associated with risking your life and or freedom. It has never been about solely and specifically the act of people seeing your name. Had that been the case, then we wouldn't call it getting up. We would just call it getting popular or marketing, because that's all it would be. There wouldn't be a need for a new term because there's already terms that explain gaining popularity and notoriety. So no, getting up is not posting online, not in these YouTube videos, right? I'm not getting up with these YouTube videos. Nobody is. No, it's not posting on Instagram. No, it's not sketching in your black book and then posting that on your Facebook group or whatever the case is. And it's also not drawing digitally and posting that anywhere either. That's just not what it is. But dudes, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I know this is a pretty hot button topic at the moment within the community, so sound off down there. And don't forget, if you're struggling with graffiti, take all that wasting of time and all that struggle out of the equation and check out our Ultimate Graffiti Guidebook in the description down below. I can guarantee you it's exactly what you're looking for. We've got digital copies at theartistblock.inc, and we still have our Cyber Monday sale going on, so hop on that sale before it goes away. And of course, we got physical copies over on Amazon. If you want the best graffiti tutorials anywhere online, check them out right up here with more graffiti content right down here, and I'll catch you guys back here next week. Thanks for watching.